memory of life at other planets, of past incarnations, and so on. Several times you have narrated that at revitalizations, mortal amitsuratias, there are the effects such as déjà vu and remaining memory of previous scenarios of life. Recently I have found the information about that lately in humanity there appear new types of consciousness, which as if come to human forms by means of exchange with other self-consciousness forms from other planetary creatures. They describe that they keep the particular memory of living on other planets in different temporal periods and like that. They are indigo consciousnesses, some star creatures, strangers. They assert that for some time they have memories of their experiences, and then the memories are progressively gone of consciousness. They lose access to them. I can't understand how through the growth neuronal brain structure of mine any other creature is able suddenly to appear. Generally, it doesn't suit my brain construction configurationally. Even if such exchange got to be, how any conditionally speaking vinous creature is able to manifest itself by means of the brain structure, it's completely different. Likewise, it concerns other scenario. If merging of two consciousnesses configurations happens, how could those memories be transferred along the existent synaptic networks, therefore? Through interactions by parvula. Parvulas are different, aren't they? Parvula is sort of a huge network throughout the entire universe. However, at some points of its informational essence, peculiar just to definite parvula, there are the point of resonational match among the given parvula and parvulas of other creatures, other people, for example. Sympathy, antipathy appears at this level. Exactly in the same way, not the adoption of a creature's parvula, who is present now somewhere on another planet, in another human civilization, may be more developed. Let the civilization is considered by us as from the fourth, fifth dimension diapason, for example. Properties of those parvulas lead to much more opportunities for interaction, due to an amount of квадратные interrelations, which they could synthesize internally. In other words, this is about a multitude of parvulas. The amount of parvulas which we can interact with is very limited. The more the amount of universal многоквадратные by various attributes, combinations, swarm forms containing a parvula, the more uu conglomerates might be originated. In fact, uu conglomerates are exactly content for factor axes. Factor axes, which are structured with uu conglomerates, are launched, are transformed into energy information, into a sforum form, owing to passing through karmic channels. Our more qualitative personal interpretations, which are already developing on other planetary creatures, in about this diapason or in other diapasons of dimension, are capable of adopting to a configuration of self-consciousness, let it be any person. Due to their Vlomot potential, these personal interpretations can activate some brain parts. In other words, they are attracted not just to any configuration, but to what is able to reflect tendencies peculiar to a parvula of more ampliativная, more qualitative person. It happens either through already developed brain parts or through brain parts which are likely to develop in the scenario, which are predisposed for development of, let it be, definite cortex parts. Genetics of a body also includes various genomes, capable of developing diverse brain foremost structures to various extent. Any genome is capable of activating the limbic system to the most extent. A genome combination of another man can activate some intellect processes to the most extent, meaning activate neocortex mostly. Is the brain construction programmed yet in advance? Yes, by about 25%. It takes an opportunity for manifestation in some definite direction. All the rest things are epigenetic factors. This is the adopting informational fragment of our more ampliativная creature, which can be tantamounted to an epigenetic factor. Does it happen on my initiative? It does on the initiative of a more ampliativная creature. Because you aren't aware of such adoption here, you experience some tendency for some creative realization. Either the psychic moment corresponds to interests of that creature, or the mental moment implies the interests of that creature, but you consider it all as yours. All these fluctuations and this information which passes through your focus dynamics, you consider it all as your own decision, your choice. By that means, the connection among various self-consciousness forms is carried out, what we discussed about Vlomot, that Vlomot is some uniting element. Yes, because Vlomot structures NVK completely. Does it mean that my Vlomot and Vlomot of my more developed prototype overlapped partially? The more qualitative sub-person, your more qualitative personal interpretation is structured with an infinite amount of Vlomots, which are peculiar to less qualitative interpretations. On that basis, it is possible generally to arrange any type of resonational interrelations. There appear rather different capabilities, opportunities, peculiarities than those which you are able to imagine or to manipulate now inside your consciousness. Something seems impossible to you, but actually it is possible. This is a very interesting connection because it allows those people who don't possess extra abilities to feel the sense of that connection with their other, more qualitative personal interpretations. Yes, but being an indigo doesn't mean being simply more qualitative. Indigo people represent not always the ideal performers of intellectual, altruistic life manner and choices. Many indigo realize themselves through our human forms and fall under influence of genetic factors, the limbic system, and the resonational connection with the initial purpose of that realization becomes broken.
Постепенно связь резонационная утрачивается с источником, вернее, с изначальной целью этой реализации.
Then the man commences to do the things which are completely incompatible with what he tried to implement by means of this configuration before. Can we say that those are configurations which we have already been ready for perceiving the more high-frequency information, we as flux creators who wish to gain some missing experience in these dimensions? Who created these forms? Yes, by means of catatonic state, they as if watch a movie we wouldn't say cut into. They watch the movie with their participation. Yes, they as if emit that ampliativny impulse for their further evolution to our forms, less qualitative as compared to them, don't they? Well, it's not true. Catatonic state can be extended to hundreds of thousands of people concurrently, on a group of people, for example. Any flux person can implement its realization through a giant collective, a nation, for example, meaning through definite nuance inside a genotype, which is peculiar to various human races. And like that. Before you use such a word as additive. In the given case, we can't call it an additive. An additive is most likely to occur under parvulus influence, when one parvula is dominative in relation to something else. Strong will factor, which provides an additive with manifestation through the given physical body, can subdue the will of another man by means of influencing the creators of his ventromedial cortex. It imposes its conceptions, realizations on another man, and arranges its own realization in parallel. This is an additive. In this case, the additive is from the collective subconsciousness. Actually, it can be one of responses on the question, why did other civilizations come to the earth and created a human realization form?